Hey guys, welcome to Energy Frequency Healing. We're going to be going on with my friend Ariel. She's a musician, and we're going to be going on Instagram Live today as a joint live. So hopefully we can get set up with that soon. Just waiting for her to get online. I haven't done Instagram Live before. Let's see how this works.
Your tongue saying about you. Your tongue saying.
Hey, you're into my frequency protocol. That's great. What do you like about it? Speaking of frequency, let's play some frequencies. How many guys have tried Instagram Live? What am I supposed to do? Just wait for somebody to go live? So how do you guys like, were you guys at the 3 o'clock healing experience with Boris? How many guys were on that one? And how many guys were at the one on Tuesday? How do you guys like these weekly healing experiences? We're planning to do 3 or 4 a week. Also, let me know what you guys want help with, and I'll play some frequencies for that. Hey, Gabriella, welcome. Thank you. From Sweden, all the way from Sweden, welcome. Where are the rest of you guys from? Let me know which city, which place your guys are from. Psoriasis, okay? Hello from Texas, welcome. Thanks, Gabriella. Psoriasis. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. See if we can find something later. Hello, Earth Angel. Hello from Maryland. I feel someone has sent bad vibes or done some work on me. Going through a divorce. Okay, so bad vibes. Okay, she says she's ready in 2 minutes. Bad vibes, many things going wrong. Well, life is like that. Sometimes we have periods in our life where things don't go the way that we want. But just be comforted by the fact that it doesn't last. Things are going to get better. And if you're going to use remove negative energy, the frequency is going to help you get out of that bad funk faster. Immune system. Will my device work for you? It works for most people, the majority of people, as long as you're willing to learn how to use it and actually use it and use it consistently. You know, I can guarantee it's going to help you. Stomach issues you need help with, heartburn, okay? You have stage 4 endometriosis. So you have endometriosis. Talk to Demisi. She had it and she healed herself from it using the Qi Coils. Are you familiar with power versus force? Yes, I am. Fibromyalgia. We just had a client at one of our chiropractic clinics that have our Qi Coils, and she healed herself from fibromyalgia. Just a couple sessions. So they're really excited. Does it work for ADHD? It does help the brain balance. It does help with focus and energy, clarity, anxiety, PTSD. Yes, definitely. Let's see. How do I do this? You're getting Chico this weekend. Hashimoto's. What about Hashimoto? Can you repeat the information? I'll do my best to repeat the information, but I'm just getting ready to get on a live call with my friend here. So just give me a second. What frequency is that on your website? We have many frequencies. We have 10,000 frequencies. So there we go.
So,
How do I
for
get it?
those of you that follow me, you know how big of a priority mental health.
How does the Chico work with meridians and points? Is it reducing or tonifying effect? People that use it, yeah, it has a tonifying effect, balancing effect, and energizing effect. I was just talking to someone who is into TCM, and he says the acupuncturists would love this because acupuncturists, their main uh, technique is to balance the meridians and balance the yin and yang and the energies in the body, right? What the Qi Coils does is it does that plus more. It actually adds Qi energy. So in acupuncture, you're stimulating what's already happening in energy, happening in the body, and balancing out those the Qi. But with the Qi Coils, it actually adds in energy, yin or yang energy. So that's okay. I'm gonna go on live right now. Hello, hello.
How's everybody doing?
Hello.
Okay, I'm gonna bring my friend David now into the live. I have a really special presentation for you guys. I'm really excited about. Um, those of you who know me know uh, how much of a mental health advocate I am, and um, how much I love supporting that community, and how much I believe in um, keeping up with our mental health and health in general. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring in my friend David here. Hi.
Hello. Hello. Hi. Hi. What's happening?
How you doing?
Fantastic. Yeah. You're looking great. Happy.
Yeah.
Energetic.
Yes, yes. Um, I it's been about 21 days of trying the Qi coils, and I the results have been amazing. So I wanted to, as somebody that believes in health overall, and um, huge advocate for the mental health community,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to bring the talk about your amazing um, research and product, and that I can't endorse enough because it's helped me tremendously.
That's great. Yeah, I'm glad that it can help you, and I'm looking forward to helping lots of other people, especially in mental health. So I used to be in depression for a long time, and I used to have a lot of darkness and traumas in my life. But anyway, this is about you. So tell me what's going on.
1 in 3 Americans or something like that is currently on pharmaceuticals for that. And I'm always looking for like natural solutions and for ways to sort of get around the pharmaceutical angle. And I saw a presentation of yours on TikTok, and I was immediately like drawn to the product. As somebody that I feel like I'm pretty aware of many of the products that are available out there, and both like natural and holistic. Um, and I saw this, and I reached out because I was so intrigued and really wanted to try it. And it's the capabilities of this, what we're about to talk about, is, I mean, it goes so far beyond just mental and physical health. It really, we could probably spend 4 hours on here, like, talking about, because the capabilities are, it's endless. So,
Right. So tell us about your experience. You said you've been using Qi Coils for 21 days. Tell us, how was life before you used it? How was life when you started using it, and how's life now?
yeah, so before, um, I would say that I struggle with anxiety and depression, and it's a daily thing for me. It's like, it's just something that I will always have. And, you know, I was feeling particularly anxious and having a lot of like, um, you know, just, I was in a particularly dark place. I feel like the end of last year, and sort of around the time when I reached out. And music is obviously my therapy of choice, but um, I was, uh, wanted to give these a try and see what things would be like after trying them. And so before, was in a dark place, things weren't so good. Tried them for the full 21 days to um, to give it, a fair shot. And what I started noticing was that I started noticing that, like, each session that I was doing, I would need less and less of uh, I was starting to feel like the uh, the like it was staying with me. Like, I wasn't needing to like do the session to get the effects. And I feel an overall like sense of calmness and just a general like excitement and optimism and renewed sense of like of self. And I feel much better. I feel like really enlightened, and I feel just calm. There's not as many like racing thoughts. And um, I feel like uh, there's definitely been a profound difference. So I really wanted to get on here with you and just kind of show this to other people, my followers and fans. And because if it can make a difference for me, it can certainly make a difference for you. So
Okay, so what I'm hearing is you kind of deal with depression on a daily basis, and when you started using the coils, you felt more calm and you
mm-hmm.
felt more optimistic. So that's the opposite of like negativity, right? Opposite of
Yeah.
depression, right? You felt um, more energized. You see more energy in the day, like to do things, get things
Mm-hmm.
done. Do you feel more motivation to do things?
I was just gonna say motivated is another motivated, and just a general overall sense of serenity and calmness. And uh, yeah, motivation, all of the above. So
Okay, and the more you use it on a daily basis, it's like that resonance stays with you, right?
mm-hmm.
It's
That's
like
what I.
mhm. So that's basically in line of exactly what we would want to do. We want to help people transform 1% a day. You see, the more you use it, the effects add up a little bit day after day. So just imagine you only did it for 21 days. Just imagine what happened in, let's say, 3 months, 6 months, a year using it every day. Like, what kind of person do you think you could be? Right?
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
how has it affected you? Like, what other changes have you noticed? Like, we were talking about some psychological, emotional changes, but let's say, what other things have occurred? You say some crazy things happen in your life, or
And a lot of interesting synchronicities, just personally and uh, career wise, and just a lot of like kind of unique happenstances that have popped up out of nowhere. I've heard from a lot of people that I haven't heard from in a while, which is kind of interesting. You know, um, and a lot of what's the word? Synchronicities. A lot of synchronicities. Um, yeah, and that's kind of like, you know, it's
can you
it's
give
interesting.
can you give an example of one specific thing that happened that was kind of synchronistic?
Yeah, so I synchronistic. Oh my gosh. So somebody that I had wanted to um work with, they had kind of been on my like vision board, I guess, for a while. Um, and for the last like 5 or 6 years, I really wanted to like work with them. And I was in a session in Nashville, and around the time that I was using the coils, and somebody mentioned in the session that they were a very close friend of that person, and they were like, "Oh, I'll introduce you, and you guys should get together and write and board stuff." And so that was something that popped up. I was like, that was kind of interesting. That happened, out of nowhere. It's really cool.
Okay. And were you able to meet them yet, or talk to them yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We started working on a song together, and
Really?
it was great. Yeah.
Awesome. That's amazing. So this is a person on your dream board that you have been wanting to work with for 5 years, and out of the blue, this person just introduced you to him or her, right? And and then you already started working with them. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really great synchronicity.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely. Yeah.
that's exciting. What else?
Yeah. And let's see what else. I feel like just an overall like um especially when it comes to like writing and working in my craft, that a lot more clear-headed, and ideas are like I'm in this like kind of creative flow now where things are just feels like things are really flowing,
Yeah.
and uh it's just the creativity, the sieve has kind of opened, and the songs and the music and the work is just nonstop. So
That's great.
that's also a
Yeah,
positive
that
thing.
you mean so you're getting a lot more inspiration. Like
Mm-hmm.
I study music. I play jazz piano and guitar and voice and stuff like that. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, so you kind of get into that zone where everything just flows easily, right? Let's say you're writing a
Yeah.
song, the words come easily. The pen or the words kind of write themselves. You had that feeling, or the when do you use guitar to compose, or what do you use to compose?
Yeah, I usually use either guitar or keyboard. We'll
Okay,
start with either.
okay. So maybe you would hear these melodies or chords in your head that come out of nowhere, and then that happens a lot more easily, and then you can hear it a lot clearer, right?
Yeah, like I'll also in dreams as well, which is kind of interesting. Like I'll have a dream of a chord progression or of a song, and I'll wake up and like record it real quick. Like that's been a kind of a new thing as well, which is
Hmm.
interesting.
So you've been activating your pineal gland,
Oh yes,
your third
yes, yes.
eye. Okay,
Sorry, you first.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so people always want to open their third eye, their pineal gland, and that's exactly what you just described. right? Your dreams are more vivid. You remember them. You're getting downloads of chord progressions and melodies, and you're just basically writing them down. You know, Nikola Tesla, according to his biography, when he would dream these blueprints in such detail down to the angles of the screws to connect everything together, right? And he would draw them out when he woke up, and he wouldn't, you know, work fast. He couldn't work fast enough to catch up with all the ideas and all the inventions that he came up with, downloaded from who knows where, right? So
Agreed.
so um, so when people meditate, they try to activate that pineal gland in their mind, activate that, open that third eye. There's so many techniques and meditation techniques and whatnot out there. But what you're describing is just basically you didn't do any meditation, did you? In the last 21 days? Like
Um,
actively? I don't know.
I try to take like 5 to 7 minutes in the morning and try to do like a small meditation. I usually get interrupted more often than not with
Right. But you didn't have to go to a retreat for a week or something like that,
no
or
no.
you didn't have to take psychedelics or things like that to get in that state. No. You were
No.
just doing your regular few minutes of meditation a day, and you're getting your third eye open. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty powerful. I mean, I've on Spotify and various uh DSPs, like there's playlists where you can listen to various frequencies that align with XYZ, whatever you're trying to work with. But the combination of like the frequency plus the magnetic waves is a whole other thing, and it's pretty incredible.
Right. Do you have the coils with you? Can you show up? Can you show
Yes,
people? Because people don't even know what we're talking about.
I know. I,
So we're
I do.
talking about these. These are Qi coils. Do you have your set there?
I do. Yes.
So tell us about how you've been using it and what do you think about how it looks
Um.
and
So
how it works and so on.
I've been using. So just to reiterate, I've been using these like about 20 minutes a day for 21 days. Just experimenting to see if what effect it's had on my anxiety and depression, and it has helped me tremendously. There are It's one thing to listen to various frequencies, like tones. I mean, they even have them on TikTok that you can listen to, but it's a whole other thing to experience them through these, like coming through a magnetic frequency field, essentially. Um, so uh, I've had, it these come with this console, um, where essentially you can pick out what, let's say you're having a bad day and you're anxious, or you're unfocused, or you want to be motivated, or you're really you're having a lot of fatigue. You can just pick out. The thing is loading right now, so um,
Okay. Yeah. So we have different frequencies here.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Exactly.
Thousands of frequencies. Yeah. So
Yeah,
which one's your favorite?
I would say what I've been using is the Synergy one. I really like that one a lot.
Synergy. Okay. Really?
Synergies, that one's been really great.
Infinity
Uh,
abundance synergy. This one?
um, it's
Not this one.
yes,
Yes, this one.
and also the relax one, which has been really good before the main page.
This synergy one.
Yeah.
Like that one. Okay. Let me see if you guys can hear this. So it's got a harmonic layers of different frequencies on there. So what why do you like that one the most?
Um, After watching all the tutorials and like explanations of kind of how to use this stuff, I don't know, that one really resonates. No pun intended. Really resonates with me profoundly. That's just one that I'm constantly gravitating calming, amazing effect as well. Where is it? The brightness on my screen is super dark, but the soothe one,
Soothe.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
Soothe, and also, um,
Oh,
oh, this
this
is one of my favorites.
this is soothe one.
Yep, that.
Has a calming, soothing effect. Now you know if you put this onto the coils, they have a pain management effect. This is really good for chronic issues. So it calms the
Yeah,
mind and the body, not just the mind. It actually calms nerves and helps with pain management.
yeah.
What's the other one you like?
The remove negative energy one
Oh yeah.
is that one a lot.
What? How do you feel with that one?
Well, I'm an empath, like I'm sure many of everyone, many of my listeners are, and as a creative, and I pick up other people's energy really easily, whether that's good or for better or for worse. So if someone is kind of like a mean or toxic person, I absorb that and I feel that, and it makes me feel bad and anxious and not good. So I use this one a lot, and I'm not always by my my console or the coils, but um, as soon as I get home or um, I try to put that on, and it really I feel like it resets and
Mm-hmm.
aligns.
Okay, that's great. So it's like you have this control panel for your mind. You just
Mm-hmm.
you just say, "Oh, I want this," and I just turn it on,
Yep.
and then you feel different. You feel different. You experience things differently, see things differently, different ideas and things come to you. Now, what have you noticed any changes in people other than yourself? That
That's a question. I have, and I didn't think of that until now, but I have, and is that possible that they are like, how is that work, like how is that possible?
are th- are they okay? Are they near you when you're using the technology, or this is when you're not using it?
But I'm not using it.
Okay,
I mean, they're not near me.
they're not near you. Okay, but
Yeah.
you notice. Okay, well, the explanation is that everything is frequency, and like you said, you're an empath, right? So you can detect and be affected by other people's emotions. So when you raise your vibration to a certain level or to a certain mind state, other people they're affected by your frequency. So that you're at home, you're getting charged up or getting programmed with these frequencies. You go out, you meet people, you're bringing that frequency with you. You're like this emitter. You're like this crystal, right? So you go out, and then the people around you, whether they know it or not, they're being affected by your energy. It's just like music. When you play music, when you play in a concert, your energy is affecting your whole audience there, right? With the vibrations and the sounds and the music. So just imagine you're at all times your being is projecting this concert or this frequency, and the people around it, whether they're consciously aware of it, subconsciously, it's having an effect on their aura, on their chakra systems, on their energy bioenergy field, and maybe even their brain waves. So that's the explanation. And now you can kind of pay more attention. And a lot of people, what they find is people in their home will start to have different behaviors as well because uh, because they're near where the coils are when they're being used, right? So
Yeah.
we say that this got a 3 feet wide field, but actually it goes on to infinity because it's got electromagnetic waves, which are basically travel at the speed of light. So obviously, if they're really far away, it won't really have that much effect. But if they're in the same home, they still have a kind of like a trickle microdose effect to people that are in the vicinity.
That's super interesting. And then what about if you are, um, you're vibrating at a really high vibration, but then you're around people that are not. Do you then, vibration, or do you stay like what?
That depends on you, right? That depends
Okay.
on you. So, short answer to that is it will affect you, right? If you hang around lots of people or associate with lots of energies that are, not the best, it is going to
Mm-hmm.
affect you in some way or another. How much it affects you really depends on you, right? There's a way to protect yourselves from that, which is basically to just keep using the system, keep using the technology, the Qi Coils to keep yourself at a high vibration, right? And that's a really key thing because a lot of people rely on their own strength and their own willpower to do that.
Yeah.
But what the technology does is it's like a tool that keeps you at a high resonance without you putting effort in. So it's like the
Yeah.
shortcut, or it's like the cheat mode for.
Yeah. It really it's like a video game hack for life, truly. And uh, at some point, I'm gonna, you know, um, write down like all of the specifics that I've noticed, and I'm gonna post about it. Because like way more in depth. Because it is really profound, and it's really it's it's I'm shocked that you're doing this, because it's like it's not there's really no one else, I feel like, making products like this. It's really interesting. So
Yeah, not to this level. I mean, this is the cutting edge stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you
it,
see stuff out there like, there's these like music boxes that you wear and then plays some sounds and makes you sleep
yeah,
better. I mean, you see these pills that vibrate and they're supposed to make you feel calm, but it works to a certain level, but nothing like what we're talking about here.
yeah. And I grew up in Arizona, in a pretty small town, and my parents were really, really heavily involved in like the New Age community, like very far out. And uh, so since I was a very young kid, I've kind of seen all the things they've experimented with and tried and stuff, but I've never seen anything like this, and it's pretty cutting edge and awesome. And
That's amazing.
um,
Have you shown your
yeah,
parents?
I have, yes, yes.
What?
So my dad, who is he's very intuitive. He's an intuitive, and he's very like uh, very empathic and clairvoyant almost. He had an immediate effect, where he just felt his whole body, like soles of his feet and his
Wow.
hands, like tingling, and he had like an immediate, really crazy effect with it. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, especially if you try this with energy healers,
Oh
because
my gosh.
yeah, because they have this um, ability to sense the energies and they work with it on a day-to-day basis. Like they turn it on the second it's on, they're like, whoa, I feel it, right?
Yeah.
Um, Whereas the opposite, there's some people that are not intuitive, they're kind of dull. They're not
Yeah.
sensitive. They can't read a room, those kind of people. They're tone deaf, right?
Exactly.
Those kind of people, um, they won't feel it, but it's still, if you put like a meter and measure their energies in their body, it's actually happening. It's actually making changes in their body. But a lot of people are insensitive to changes in their body. They don't have that connection, their mind body connection. But it's so there's that people too. But most people, like the average person, they will feel it. After a day, maybe a week, a month, at most. Yeah.
Yeah, it's impossible not to. You know,
Hmm.
I imagine how somebody would try it and not feel anything. But I wanted to open up to, if there's any. Does anyone have any questions? I know people have been coming in and out of the room, so we're talking about this amazing technology called Qi Coils, and it basically, I use it personally for anxiety and depression. It emits frequencies that you could explain it better than I can. I don't want to botch it, David. I'm sorry.
You're doing a good job. That's basically what it is. Yeah. Hmm.
So, anyone has
We have
any?
bigger ones too. So what do I call you, Ariel or Devora? Is it Ariel?
Uh, or it's good.
Devora? Okay. So So Devora has the Qi Coil Mini Twin System, which is this one here. Okay, it looks like this. So it's got two Qi Coil Minis and the transducer, and it connects to the tablet. And it's called a resonant console, and it has thousands and thousands of frequencies. You probably only tried like a handful of them, right? But it'll take you forever to try all of them. You probably will never try all of them because there's so many. So you play the frequency, you connect it to the transducer, and it plays the frequencies through the coil. There's no sound coming from the coil unless you look, put your ears right up to it. But there's no sound that comes out of the coil. But what it does, it turns the sound waves into magnetic waves, and those magnetic waves go through your entire body, deep through your skin, through your clothes, through your bones, deep down into your cells, even your brain, and it works very well for stress, anxiety, depression, lack of energy, meditation. It helps with pain management, and thousands of other things. But those are the main things, and we have a lot of success with those things.
And somebody's asking if they plug into a speaker port.
Yeah, so we're using mini jack 3.5 millimeter jacks to plug into the coils. So another neat thing about the technology is you can actually split up the signal so that one goes to a speaker or headphone and the other one goes into the coil. So you have, yeah, something I haven't showed you before. So like, I think your system comes with this splitter cable, the Y splitter. So it's very simple. It's just instead of plugging in two coils, just use one coil, and this will go to a headphone. So you can listen to the sound as sound therapy, and also get the magnetic therapy. So you double up your therapy, and that's something very unique. And so I have a patent on that technology, and nobody else does that. So we got resonance and frequency therapy like on 2 levels.
So you're saying the effect is doubled if you are listening to the audio at the same time as the
Magnetic coil.
frequency?
Yeah, as the coils. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could talk a little bit about how, and this is something I think every time I'm listening to them, how it, I mean, obviously not how they were created, that's top secret, but like why does one sound one way and the other, like another one sounds, obviously they're different frequencies, so they sound different, but one might be like more of an arpeggiated, like whereas one might be more kind of randomized, like
Yeah. Okay, we have different levels of frequencies. They all use different techniques. Okay, so generally there's like 4 levels of frequencies. So the first one is the Rife frequencies from the Rife console, and this is from Dr. Royal Rife, and he used frequencies like single frequencies, like let's say it's 432, then 528, and then it'll be a series of single notes, right? So so those ones work with mostly the coils because the sound itself is just a note. It's not going to do much. So that's the first level. It's called one-dimensional. Then the second level is like the 2-dimensional, where you play more than one frequency at a time. And third level is 3-dimensional, where you actually play harmonics, where you hear like the soothe one. Like you can hear this is a harmonic, right? This is a harmonic. Okay, but it's still one flat tone.
right.
But it's got a combination of tones played as one chord. Okay, so that's something we call quantum frequencies, and it works obviously better than just one note or just one frequency. You've got many playing at the same time. Then we have the higher quantum frequencies, which is like the one you hear like remove negative energy, where you got many different layers of things happening. It sounds kind of random, but it's actually not random. It's actually not random. So what we do is we actually take molecular diagrams. So let's say we know the diagram for cannabis or something, right? We know the molecular structure for cannabis, or we know the molecular structure for mushrooms or something like that, right? We can go on Google and find out how it connects together, what's the molecular weight, what are the geometries and angles between the molecules. We put it into a computer system software, and then we make a 3D render. And then when we spin that object or that molecule, we can extract the numbers. So that's the numbers you're hearing. Those numbers converted into frequencies, and that's what you're hearing. So when you're hearing that, you're actually getting a audio hologram of a molecule. Okay, that's how I explain it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Kind of.
No, absolutely. I've been wondering that.
Yeah. So it sounds like none of these, a lot of the frequencies, they don't hit any note, right? It's not like ABC, C sharp. It doesn't hit any of those notes. They're somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where music will not be able to do this, because music, they have notes. There's only 12 notes per scale, right? We go in between, because it's infinite number of frequencies in between whatever one octave, right? So we're not relying on music. We're relying on actual data from molecules themselves. So we're going directly into nature. Like, how did nature create the cannabis molecular structure? How did they create? How is the mushroom molecular structure like? And we get the data, get the numbers directly from the substance itself. So the theory, and a lot of people are already doing this, is that in the